we are back with another powered cube. Pack one, pick one. Easy pick here. It's nice when you have power right off the bat. You don't have to think about much, but it makes your thinking pick number two, which is fine. We'll take Emerald, kind of the worst of the power to grab, but still a Mox is a Mox, so we'll take it and move on. Things we're looking at here to hopefully wheel or cards I like. I'd love to get a Miscalc, Talisman. I mean, it depends. I typically try to stay away from green, but Exploration is fine if we end up going green. Um, Sin is a fine reanimation piece, nothing special. Haven't played a lot with Wan Shi Tong, but I would like to. The rest kind of unappealing. Mesa's always gonna be, your fetches are always gonna be good. But we'll just take the Mox here and move on. Pick two, very interesting. Several good candidates here. Mana Vault to continue down the road of powering out things early. I love that. I do like Renin 6. If we compare it with, Strip Mine, Wasteland, etc. And then Tamiyo is just a great card in and of itself. So I think I'm leaning towards the Mana Vault here. Another powerful card. I don't. Some people consider it power, some people don't. Um, but I think I love pairing that with a Mox and then just seeing if we can play, some type of Artifact Shell or Hyper Ramp here. So we'll see what we get after that. Speaking of Hyper Ramp, there's the Badger Mole Cub. Um, Thoughts if we want to go into artifact-based stuff would be Underground Sea or Confluence here. I do kind of like the Cub though. Really powerful card, and that fits that hyper ramp theme. I think we'll try the Cub. Again, I try to stay away from green, but I mean, it doesn't mean that green's win rate is 20%. It's just not going to be, in the mid 50s or high 50s like some of the other colors are. Tamiyo is a great card to pair with. If you're green, you typically want to be, some type of green bluish would be great. I love Tamiyo. Other cards for consideration here would be the Riddler. Um, Batterskull possibly to continue an artifact sub-theme here, or Recurring Nightmare is probably your best reanimation spell, in my opinion, just because you get so much value out of it. Um, I think I definitely am going to lean towards the Tamiyo here. We'll try to pair green and blue, assuming things continue down this route. We try to pair green and blue, get some time warp effects, and then buy them back with regrowths, etc. E-Witness fits that bill. Speaker is a really good card too, though. So that's kind of the two that I'm looking at here. Golos, if we had, Gaia's Cradle, something like that. But really, our two that we're looking at are Speaker and E-Witness. It would be redundancy of the buyback for the E-Witness, but Speaker lets us get anything we want. I haven't played a ton with Speaker. I do know it's pretty darn powerful in creature-based decks. This is tough for me because I really do want to go the Time Warp Ewit route here. Just power out a Time Warp and say deal with it. I'll keep buying it back. Um, higher ceiling, higher floor. I tend to go with the higher floor cards, so I think we'll try the Speaker out. I haven't played with it much. Um, Cards for consideration here: Explorer, Lightning Greaves, Shaman, possibly Island if we want to go some type of teamer. Mystical Tutor is great if we can pair it with our Time Warp effect. I kind of want to just explore and we just go like turbo mana stuff. I don't think Explorer's great. I think this is a higher ceiling for sure, but the floor on Explorer is pretty darn good. I'm going to take the Explorer. Not a whole lot here. We can go Garden if we want to try to get into some additional colors. Otherwise, Spellbomb is just kind of the card. Malcolm's fine. It's annoying. I always feel like I have to deal with it, but I really do like the flexibility of Spellbomb. 6 is a fine card. This is Fringe. We may play, we may not play. Wan Shi Tong and Exploration on the wheel. two cards that I mentioned I would be interested in playing. I said if we were playing some type of land-based green strategy, I'd probably want the exploration. So that's most likely where I'm going to go with this pick. Thinking about Wan Shi Tong though, and how just turbo manaing a Wan Shi Tong out can also be really darn good. Um, and exploration is just dead late. Okay, we'll play with Wan Shi Tong. I haven't really played with it, so we'll try it out. Origins fits our deck. Field of the Dead could fit this type of a deck, but we just have no non-basics currently, so we'll go with this. Questing Beast is a perfectly fine card. It's going to make the cut most of the time. Okay. Interesting brew thus far. Yeah, I think I want to look for more like bigger mana sinks and just turbo out mana. With Badgermole Cub, noting that we do want to find some dorks, you know, our hierarchs and such. All right, let's see what the second pack has to say. Um, Mycospawn is probably the better card here, or best card, to go with our deck. The kicker's tough. We can hit the kicker with Mana Vault currently. Elf, I think, just fits better with Badgermole Cub, and it's just a fine card on its own. Doesn't take any enablers. If I'm looking at most powerful card in the pack, your three cards are Fractured Identity, Karakas, and Archon. Um, ID is definitely on the table here for a splash, but I think Llanowar Elf is the safe pick here, and I would like to just stick with, like, I called out that we want Mana Dorks. I mean, this is the Mana Dork that popped in my head, was this in the Hierarchs. So, I mean, I think I'll take the Mana Dork here. ID won't table, but if it does, I'd be happy to take it. Mycospawn could table just because a lot of people don't like to play green. But again, that kicker on it is kind of tough. So normally you're just playing it as a 3/3 for 4 that gets you, um, you know, a devoid creature on the table. So um, we take the elf there. Sorry, the kicker on Mycospawn destroys a land. Otherwise, when you play it, you just get a land. So it's still a fine card. So I'll look for that to table hopefully. All right. As mentioned, Hierarch. I mean that's kind of the card I want here. Vaultborn Tyrant, definitely a card we're looking to play. Malevolent Rumble, also a card we're looking to play. Ramps us, gets us something. Rumble's great, but I think Hierarch is just exactly what we're looking for in a green-blue based deck. Notables also Planisphere. I've loved this card, and Fresh Start's good too. I think Planisphere is a little bit better in like Final Fantasy Limited, not as great in Cube, but still it's a fine card in any type of spell-based deck, which we're not really. We're looking to be more creature-based, so. All right. I don't think we're going the route of Tifa here. Strip Mine's interesting. Green typically does want to be some type of land-based deck. Our one buyback option of running 6 is gone, so now we'd be looking at Ice-Till Explorer. I think that's that card's name, the 4-drop that lets you get lands back, and then Crucible to pair with Strip Mine. I think I like the upside of Strip Mine here. We're not losing out on much. Green Sun Zenith would be the pick if I'm not picking this. Otherwise, Starting Town is in consideration, and so is Scalding Tarn. But I think Strip Mine in any type of green-based deck typically is where you want that card, and it's going to shine. So we'll look to try to pair that with like a Crucible. We do see a Cradle here. I think Cradle is what our deck wants if we're just going to play a bunch of dorks and then try to power out something big. We have to look for our finishers still, but I'll be happy to take a Cradle here. And again, if that Mycospawn wheels to us, then we're happy about that. Harmonizer's in the same boat as Tifa, where if we're playing a bunch of fetches, this is the card we probably want. I'm a huge Snappy fan, so I think Snapcaster, and we continue to look for additional pairings with Snapcaster. Extra turn card is what we're looking for here. I'd love to see Hedge Maze wheel for us, or obviously Lapse is good too, but I don't think that makes it past the next couple picks. Breeding Pool, nothing much else for us here, so we're happy to take the Breeding Pool. Sirach is fine, but its fringe card barely makes the cut. All right, now we've got some action. So 4 cards we're considering here. Sanctum, I think, is the least of the consideration. Reclaimer is good. Scythecat Cub, I think we're fast bonding here and looking to pair that again with like a Crucible, something that lets us get the strip mine back is kind of where we want to be. Fastbond opens up a lot of options for this deck. Bristly Bill pairing well with Fastbond. Raphaelos is an interesting pick here. If we're mainly a base green, which we currently are, Raphaelos is the power card. So that kind of gives us 2 options here. We try to go this Fastbond mana route, or do we go heavier into the green and really focus on turboing out stuff? We don't have any payoffs yet, so we'll be looking for pack 3 for payoffs. I didn't see anything big come around. I'm going to take the Raphaelos on the upside if we go heavier green here. I think if I'm splashing something, I'm more likely to splash black than red here, so we'll take the Tar Pit and probably not play it. Bolt, there's our payoff. I did lie. We saw one high payoff. I didn't expect it to come back, but I thought it could have. So Vaultborn, we're happy to take that. That's one of our payoffs for this deck. So right now we have 2 payoffs for heavy mana. I would like to see at least 2 more payoffs. Green Sun could be counted as one, I guess. We'll take the greens. It is just a Vaultborn Tyrant is what Green Sun is right now for 7. It could be a Questing Beast on 4, but Speaker gets us our payoff, so that's, kind of technically a card. Sure, in case we splash red. Hedge Maze, perfectly happy with that coming back. For fixing. Alright, we need some action pack 3. Craterhoof is great, Ouroboros is great too, and there's Ice Till. So, what we're asking ourselves here is, number one, in cube, typically green is going to be the most open color. So, green is most likely open. We expect, hopefully, one of these to wheel. Our question is, what is going to be the card that works the best in our deck and is the most powerful? So we're looking at floors, we're looking at ceilings when we're making this type of pick. I think Ice Till opens up the combination of playing Fastbond, Strip Mine, um, and having that be just a straight up win con. Craterhoof is also a win con. 1, 2, 3-ish mana dorks. I think Craterhoof is just, like I said, we want 3 to 4 payoffs. I think Craterhoof is one of the biggest payoffs that we were looking for, so I think we take that and we're happy. No extra turn card here. Our considerations are Ugin, Days Undoing, and Restless Vinestock. Sorry, Gargaroth, Restless Vinestock, and Ugin. I'm going to take the Ugin and hope the Gargaroth wheels. If not, I hope the Vinestock wheels. Sword's also notable as a great card. We're just not in white. Pyrogoyf also very good. If I'm splashing for that. But I think it's easier to just keep our deck consistent, take the Ugin, and move on. I think Ugin has performed really well for me, so to be able to have him be a payoff card, keep our mainly mono green deck, I like that. I think Nissa pairs really well, Raphaelos, Nissa, etc. To power stuff out. Also notable is Candelabra with Cradle. I don't think I think that's just a little bit too cute. It's akin to Tolarian Academy Candelabra kind of combo-y where you can make a bunch of mana. We could make a ton of mana here. We just there's just not a whole lot that we're doing with it. I think Nissa's a super valuable card for this deck, turning on all of our forests, and we're going to be very forest heavy. Natural Order gets us a Craterhoof and it gets us a Vaultborn Tyrant, so I think Natural Order is great here. Also notable Emrakul and Coveted Jewel. Emrakul's cute. Much higher ceiling than Natural Order Craterhoof, but much lower floor than Natural Order. This is a tough pick. I think we take the Emrakul and we're gonna lean into our turbo ramp here and see what happens. Bahamut also is a payoff. Okay, so we're done with our payoffs. We have no extra turn cards, so that lowers our regrowth. But Crucible is great. We just don't have any fetches. So Crucible is literally just so that we can try to strip mine Crucible someone. It's a cute combo. I'll take it for the upside, but we probably end up cutting that based on what else we see. Portal here is fine, but I think the Caryatid fits more I'd love a Nissa right now, actually. this on. Gotta dig ourselves. Options there. Next turn, I really just want to go strip mine you. Strip mine that. That's fine. Yeah, yeah. This is all fine. We strip. nasty. It's like land natural. Highly even. We lead with the hierarchy here. So now our question is, do we just go like Rafellos strip mine, set you back, I think is what we do here. And now our question is, do we attack for 1, or do we just play the mana vault out? I think I'll vault. Set up a big Wan Shi Tong next turn to restock our hand. I think opponent's on black-white, so I'm just going to pass. If they play a blue, we're sad. Okay, we're sad, because now they have the capability of countering us, but I'm still going to... I really don't want to play this into a counter spell. I'm 90% that that's what they're sitting on. And they know we're doing something as well. Ay. I'm just gonna go for it. Fuck it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is just countered, but it's fine. I'm just gonna start the beatdown. Oh hey, that's a great draw. The counter opens up our Nissa to do dumb things. We love it. Now depending on what they do, it looks like they're just some type of black blue white control is my guess here. Just Esper control. Touch the Nissa, that's fine. Touch the forest is also fine with me. So this gets in for 4, this gets in for 5, so we'll do 5. God, ult on this would be amazing. If you want to keep killing my lands, dude, I don't care. Yeah, time walk, go ahead. I really don't care. That's fine. Okay. Questing Beast is fine. I think I'd rather just keep, like, getting lands. That's fine by me. This opens up double chumps to alt Nissa next turn and get all of our forests out of our deck. Ah, never mind. Still their play is like, smack your guy for 2. They go, eat your guy. It's fine, we just want to get all the counters off that. Double spell is bad here if they manage to double spell. That's 1. target. Yeah, I think this card's really powerful. You're either making a bunch of guys or you're pumping them up. Like, it's a really good place to be. That's not helpful. We just represent keeping our Nissa alive here. Kill my Emerald, yep. I don't think we're in a terrible spot. They play the Philia, yep. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Nissa is dead. Pick off one of those. Next turn we get 2 mana dorks and a forest back. We're just in a bad spot here. Like if we untap Portal, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like untap Portal is helpful, but they just get rid of the stuff they can get back with Lurrus. I think we're dead. They're looking for double spell here to pump team. I would imagine they have it. Nope, they're drawing, so they don't. Oh yeah, that is their second. Yeah, because they played that. Okay. If they don't swing lethal, I'm just taking. Because we play land and then we portal and then we're not out of it, but we're in a better spot. Yeah, I'll take. They'll get the Raphaelos here though, which in turn I think is going to kill us. Does Spellbound Bounce do anything? No. We just don't have board sweepers or anything. We're in a bad spot where they did a really good job of just the time walk. It was the Wan Shi Tong counterspell, and it's funny because I knew their deck isn't even like a control deck like I thought they were. They're just Lurrus play dumb, shitty little things deck. So it's kind of stupid that they just had perfect gas there on the No More Lies turn. Um, but again, I knew I was playing into it. Sometimes you just have to, like, to me, we're sitting with Mana Dorks on board and nothing in our hand. We got lucky and drew the Nissa, but like to me, like I have to play that there just because we have nothing else to do. The alternative is we don't play it. We assume we draw a land, we play the land, then we're in the same predicament. Yeah, good game. Then we're in the same predicament the following turn, where we're at their end step going, okay, they have mana up, do we play into the counter again? And then that is going to go on for 2 or 3 turns when we were the aggressor that had the head start on them, and you want to apply the pressure. And then we did apply the pressure by peeling that Nissa off the top. It just didn't work out in our favor with their time walk and the rest of the stuff that they did. So rough. I thought we had that game, but what do you do? Until next time.